This is how Swede speaks.
After a recent incident between left-wing activist Nathan Phillips and the students from Covington Catholic High School at the March for Life in Washington, D.C., the Democratic representative from Kentucky, John Yarmouth, has called for a shutdown of teenagers wearing MAGA hats, claiming that these hats, quote, seem to be poisoning young minds, unquote. American actress Alyssa Milano said that, quote, the red MAGA hat is the new white hood, unquote. Also, on January 21st, Martin Luther King Jr. Day was celebrated in the United States. And in Sweden, Holocaust denier Ingrid Carlqvist will speak at a rally against globalism and abuse of power. In this video, we will take a look at who the real racists are. Before we get started, I want to thank my patrons and donors. This is my day job. Without you, this channel would not be possible. As you probably know, an incident occurred between Nathan Phillips, a Native American left-wing activist who claimed to be a Vietnam veteran, and a bunch of MAGA hat-wearing students from Covington Catholic High School at the March for Life in Washington, D.C. The students were there to rally at the March for Life, and in the crowd of 650,000 pro-lifers, Nathan Phillips showed up with a drum. A group called the Black Hebrew Israelites also showed up, shouting that the students from Covington Catholic High were racists, bigots, white crackers, faggots, and incest kids. They told a black student from that high school that the other students were going to harvest his organs. This information comes from the statement later made by Nick Sandman, the student who ended up in a staring contest with Nathan Phillips, while Mr. Phillips was beating a drum close to Mr. Sandman's head. As I said, Phillips was initially portrayed as a Vietnam War veteran. It has later been revealed that Mr. Phillips did not fight in Vietnam. The Black Hebrew Israelites are black supremacists who believe themselves to be the descendants of the Israelites in the Bible. The black Israelites who showed up at the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. during the March for Life belongs to a group called the House of Israel. After his standoff at the March for Life between Sandman and Phillips, the story was all over the media. Although the mainstream media and politicians on the left mainly got the story wrong, as anyone who actually watched the video from the incident quickly realized. The Democratic Massachusetts Senator and presidential candidate Elizabeth Warren tweeted that Phillips was taunted. As far as I can tell, that's completely false. Phillips was not taunted by any of the students from Covington Catholic High. John Yarmouth, Democratic representative from Kentucky, which is the state where Covington Catholic High is located, tweeted, quote, I am calling for a total and complete shutdown of teenagers wearing MAGA hats until we can figure out what is going on. They seem to be poisoning young minds, unquote. The American actress Alyssa Milano said that, quote, the red MAGA hat is the new white hood, unquote, thus insinuating a connection between the Ku Klux Klan and Trump supporters. I suppose that she hasn't heard of Blexit, the movement among black people in the United States to leave the Democratic Party and support the Republican Party. I also assume that she has not seen a black person in a MAGA hat. US President Donald Trump tweeted about this too. On January 21st, the president tweeted, quote, looking like Nick Sandman and Covington Catholic students were treated unfairly with early judgments proving out to be false, smeared by media. Not good, but making big comeback. New footage shows that media was wrong about teens' encounter with Native American, unquote. The next day, Trump tweeted, quote, Nick Sandman and the students of Covington have become symbols of fake news and how evil it can be. They have captivated the attention of the world, and I know they will use it for the good. Maybe even to bring people together. It started off unpleasant, but can end in a dream, unquote. To me, it seems obvious that the Black Hebrew Israelites are racists. As far as I can tell, the Catholic students are not, and wearing a MAGA hat does not make you racist. But we have this narrative going on about Trump being a fascist, a racist, a xenophobe, and his supporters being just as bad. Since Trump got into office, black and Hispanic unemployment numbers in America has plummeted. So if Trump is some kind of white supremacist, he's not doing a very good job, is he? But apart from that, let's have a look at the Democratic and Republican parties, shall we? The Republican Party was founded in 1854 by people who opposed slavery. Opposing slavery was one of the party's core issues, and the first Republican to hold the office as President of the United States of America was Abraham Lincoln. The Democrats were the party who were in favor of slavery. As I said, Martin Luther King Jr. Day was recently celebrated in the United States of America. Did you know that the segregationists in the American South whom he fought and who fought him were Democrats? Did you know that as congressman, Republican Richard Nixon voted in favor of civil rights legislation, in favor of equal rights for all US citizens, while the Democrats opposed Martin Luther King Jr. When Democrats and other leftists try to create a connection between Ku Klux Klan, segregationists and Donald Trump, maybe they should consider their history instead of making up things about Republicans, including about Mr. Trump and his supporters. Martin Luther King Jr. was a gun owner who in 1965 applied for a permit to carry a concealed weapon. He was denied, by the way. Dr. King also was also obviously opposed to abortion. How is this connected with racism? It may not be obvious to non-Americans, but in the United States of America, Planned Parenthood was founded by Margaret Sanger, a woman who wanted to eliminate the black population in America. Could anyone tell me which party in the United States that usually supports Planned Parenthood and which party that usually opposes them? Are you aware of the fact that Planned Parenthood facilities tend to be located in non-white neighborhoods, often in black neighborhoods, but in some parts of the United States, their facilities are in Asian neighborhoods? Do you think that's a coincidence? I think not. And as you probably know, Republicans tend to oppose Planned Parenthood, while the Democrats tend to support them. So the Democratic Party supported slavery, they supported segregation, and today they support Planned Parenthood. The Republican Party has opposed all of these things. As I said in the intro to this video, there will be a rally in Stockholm, Sweden, against globalism and misuse of political power. That rally will be held on January 27th. I recommend nobody to go there. The reason is simple. Holocaust denier and anti-Semite Ingrid Carlqvist is going to speak. The rally is organized by two groups. Mynttorgsaktivisterna, meaning the Mynttorg activists or the Coin Square activists, and another group calling themselves the populists. Mynttorget, or the Coin Square, is a square in downtown Stockholm, and it is the location of the rally. This is how I see it. Globalism and misuse of political power should be opposed, but you don't invite Nazis to speak at rallies. If you do, you either lack sound judgment or you are a national socialist yourself. In this case, the people behind this may very well believe that they are on the right. I'll tell you one thing. They are obviously not Judeo-Christian conservatives. The National Socialist subversion of the anti-globalism movement in Sweden is a terrible thing, but I'm not very surprised, sadly. So who are the racists? If you ask me, the black Hebrew Israelites are racist, Planned Parenthood are racist, the Democratic Party are racist, and Ingrid Carlqvist is a racist. And racism, in case you wonder, is poison. As I used to say, I'm against, for instance, socialism and Islam. I'm against evil teachings. I am not against people because of their ethnicity, skin color or race, but I am opposed to evil teachings and dysfunctional cultures. There's a big difference between opposing a teaching and opposing people due to their ethnicity. And that's what I have to say about this, for now. So what do you think? Comment below, and if you like this video, I'd really appreciate any donations. Even $1 makes a difference. If everyone who watched this channel gave $1, it would transform this channel. Just take a look at the links below. But if you really can't financially support this channel, I would be very grateful if you would share a link to one of your favorite videos from this channel on your social media, because ad revenue also helps. Also, make sure to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Most importantly, please pray for this channel, and remember to check out my live stream on Saturday at 5:30 PM Eastern Standard Time and 11:30 PM Central European Time. Until next time, have a nice day, thank you for watching, and God bless.